Hi everyone. In this session, we shall study about domain name system, which is a topic in module 6 of CS 306 computer networks. A domain name system is a hierarchical and decentralized naming system which is used for assigning names for computers or other resources connected to an internet. It provides a distributed worldwide directory structure, and the main purpose of this is to translate the domain name to its corresponding IP addresses. And the naming can be generally represented in a hierarchical way, and it contains different levels. Mainly it is categorized into two different types. One is generic domain and other one is country domain. So generic domain represents domains such as commercial, educational, organizational, government, etc. And countries has their expansions or abbreviations representing the country name. Example, IN stands for India, US stands for United States, etc. Coming to the components of domain name system, components can be divided into three. They are namespace, resolvers and name servers. Namespace or domain namespace and the resource records, which are the specifications for the tree structure namespace and which contain the detail about the data associated with the names. Next is the name servers. Name servers are server program which holds information about the domain tree structure and its related information. It has a complete information and subset about the domain space and a pointers which is pointing to the corresponding name servers. A name server is an authority for the parts of the namespace. Next is the resolver. Resolvers are programs that extract information from the name server in response to the queries that is sent to the clients. Resolvers can access details from the name servers and they can also provide answers to the queries that is received from the name server. A resolver is a system routine accessible for the user program. So in translating the domain name to its corresponding IP address, so these three components have their important role. So this diagrammatic representation of the hierarchical structure of domain namespace. So mainly the root, then comes different categories of domain, inverse domain, generic domain and country domains. And an example for these different categories are illustrated in the figure. So next is a detailed explanation about what is the role of a resolver. As we have studied already, resolvers are programs that extract information from the name servers. So they send the response to the queries that has been received from the clients towards the name servers. So the direct detailed explanation, detailed informations will be collected only from the resolver. So when a resolver receives a query about a domain name, it passes the query to one of the local name server. If the domain falls under the name server, it returns the authority resource records. So if the domain is remote, the name server sends a query to the next level or the top level name server. And if it can receive the information from that, it will approach that particular name servers. So this process can continue until the related information is received from the corresponding name server. And that is request and response, query and response. So this can be explained with the help of an example. So this illustrates how the communication is represented between the different levels of the name server. So to get a clear explanation, consider the example. Here's a resolver on the domain flits.cs.vu.nl. See, it wants to know the IP address of the host linta.cs.al.edu. In the first step, it sends a query to the local server, that is cs.vu.nl. So this query contains the domain name that is of type A. So we'll see about the details about the type A in the next coming slide. Suppose the local server doesn't have the response, it approaches to the next server. So here the first it will be approaching the server cs.vu.nl. So it doesn't have the response. So it approaches the next server, that is next level server, that is edu.server.net. So here also it is not having the corresponding response. So it moves to the next level yale.edu. Then it moves to the next detailed level, that is cs.al.edu. So this is the server which holds the record and the relevant information. So the information is provided in the form of a authoritative resource record. After getting the resource record, after the request is satisfied from a server, so it should be sent to the client. So the steps 5 to 8, that is the reverse step, tells about how the information sent in the reverse path towards the request client. That is, information will be received by the resolver and it is sent to the client. Next is a detailed next explanation about what is an authoritative server or a name server. So the main role of the name server is to get the related information about the request that is sent through the resolver. So they are programs which hold the information about the domain tree structure. So the name server can be categorized into two different types, that is the primary name server and other one is the secondary, or it is also called as a cache server. So the primary name server stores the definitive version of all records in that particular zone. But the secondary server uses an automatic updating mechanism to maintain identical copy of the information that is stored in the primary server. So this is called as the cache, because the required information that is frequently used will be maintained in the cache, but the permanent storage will be done in the primary or the master server. And the information can be of two types, that is fully qualified domain name and other one is the partially qualified domain name. Fully qualified domain name specifies its exact locations in the tree hierarchy of the DNS. It specifies all domain levels including the top level and also the root zone. But the partially qualified domain tells about the details that does not include the full path of the label up to the root. Only the partial level of the hierarchy will be specified in the name. Moving to the resource records, as we have already studied that the information that is provided or supplied by the resolver to the client is in the form of resource record. So the resource record is a database, or it has a 5 different tuples. So that is domain name, class, type, time to live and value. Every domain, whether it is a single host or a top level domain, have a set of resource records. So if it is a single host, so it contain the information such as the IP address of the relevant domain or IP address of its host name. But if there are different levels of domains, and they have a detailed structure, detailed information of which is maintained in the resource record. The resource record is a 5-tuple value. So first the 5 tuples are domain name, class, type, time to live and the value. And this information is encoded in ASCII or binary form to maintain its efficiency. So domain name tells the domain to which this particular record applies. And this class tells about the type of the information that is maintained. For example, if it is the internet information under the category class, it is represented as IN. If it is non-internet information, some other abbreviations will be represented for class. Next is type. Type tells about the kind of record. For example, SOA that represents sort of authority. NS represents name server. If the type is A, it represents a 32-bit IP address. Next comes the time to live. Time to live, this specifies the validity of this particular record. If the time to live is a larger value, we can say that it is highly stable. If it is a smaller value, it tells that it is highly volatile. Next is about the value, or it is the actual information. The information maintained here is in the form of a number, domain name, or it is a ASCII string. If under the type field, if it is represented as A, the value will be the actual IP address for the corresponding host name. So that is about resource records. So in this lecture, we have studied about what is domain space, what are the components of domain name system, and example for a domain namespace, hierarchical representation of the domain namespace, and what is about the resource record and authoritative server. Thank you.